Hello, Sunday 25th of November. I haven't done a video for weeks actually. Went away to Florida a few weeks ago. Been back a couple of weeks. Haven't been feeling that great since I got back, to be honest. I felt like I really relaxed when I was away and hoped that what I'd been feeling like in the weeks before might have been put to bed with some time away, and it did help. I did feel really good some days not so good, but the good outweighed the bad. I tried to come back feeling really positive, which is hard when you go somewhere like that. Anyone that's been will know what I'm talking about. We've got Anderson's birthday to look forward to, we got Christmas, but 2 weeks removed from coming home, and I feel myself back in the hole that I was in a few months ago, or a couple of months ago, I suppose. I can't make sense of anything. My mind is playing tricks on me constantly. Feeling really negative about everything in general, but largely about myself. Just an unending cycle of just not liking the things that I do and the things that I say, the way I feel about myself. At the moment, I feel, I don't know, the other word is disgusting. Is probably the best word. Physically, outwardly, that's how I feel, and it's definitely how I feel inside. And it's a real struggle at the moment. Even going to work every day. I've been back for 2 weeks. I had a day and a half off last week for a bad migraine that sort of came out of nowhere. I've obviously got epilepsy, so I suffered with migraines when I was a kid, so I don't look into that too much as a reason for that or anything, standalone. But the problem with that is once I was off and sat at home, I didn't want to leave the house again, and that's definitely how I've been feeling recently. Every day feels like a week. Time seems to just tick by, and I don't know what I'm waiting for, really. That's what I feel like. I'm just sort of trudging along to sort of some inevitable. I don't know. I'm sort of waiting for the next disaster to come along, I suppose. Which is silly because, or I know that it's silly because I've got things to look forward to. Anderson's birthday. Christmas. I don't really look forward to Christmas anymore, if I'm quite honest. Only for the fact of having a 7-year-old, nearly 7-year-old. Obviously, I've mentioned it before. I don't speak to my family, or a big portion of my family. So I don't see anyone from that part over Christmas, which is, regardless of what happened, it's still tough. So yeah, Christmas. I always tend to want to get out of the way. So yeah, I sort of feel like I'm wishing my life away. But I've got other stuff going on. I've got some exciting stuff in the new year to do with my wrestling to look forward to. Not wrestling because I'm not any good at that really, but involved in the wrestling. Some opportunities that have come up to do things, which I am looking forward to, but in my mind, all I think about the things that are going to go wrong, and it's just extra pressure on myself that I've put on myself from doing the things that I'm doing. It's not outward pressure. It's not people putting pressure on me to come up with things. It's things that I've offered to do, and I put the pressure on myself. Maybe it wasn't the best time to do that, but that's one. Those are things I can get enthusiastic about, which is obviously a plus at the moment. Yeah, so at the moment I can't. I do go out. I haven't trained wrestling wise since I got back from Florida. Sort of blamed it on the jet lag to start with, which was, I did have jet lag, but I don't know. Just I think the way I'm feeling about myself physically at the moment, that talks me out of it. I drag myself through a work day at the moment, and then I'm sort of saying to myself, I need to go to Portsmouth, I need to get training, I need to do this, I need to do that, and by the end of the day I've talked myself out of it. Sometimes before I even left in the morning for work, I've talked myself out of it. So but I mean, whereas a year ago, this sort of time a year ago, when I was sort of struggling a bit, I fully talked myself out of it, and I cut myself off from everything to do with that side of my life, and it didn't help, because that's something I love, you know. So I'm trying not to do the same again, and that's probably why I've taken on the stuff that I've been taking on, to give me that sort of connection where I've got to come up with the goods. I've got to sort of keep going in that respect, and then hopefully in the new year things will turn around a bit. But yeah, it's just an odd one at the moment. Florida was a massive boost, but I almost feel like it was sort of at the wrong time. It came at the wrong time when I felt so low, to go from there to up there with Florida and have such a good time, and then just come back. I think it was just a bit of it hit me with a thump, which is a shame, because it would have been a great platform to push on from. Yeah, so I don't really know. This video is just a ramble again, really. It's like the sort of first one that I did, but I'm just trying to, if I can get out as much as I can, and just put it out there. Hopefully it makes people maybe understand a bit more about these sort of things, because I don't understand it. I wish I did, and I wish, when I've had periods of my life, even in the last year, when I felt really good, I felt really motivated, really looking forward to things, I wish I could bottle it and just take it out the cupboard every time I needed a bit, because that's what I'm finding hard at the moment. Just the day to day of it. I don't see the point. I don't know what the direction is. So, you know, I've got a fuzzy mind. I don't think straight. Yeah, just motivation. Motivation's gone a bit, I suppose. Yeah, so not a long video and a bit of a moan, but yeah, I'm going to hopefully start doing these videos again, regular basis. I think it's number 4. So I had a break, and sort of mixed reasons. I didn't want to do one from Florida. I didn't want to revisit that, because I was feeling good. And since, I've probably had 10 reasons a day why I couldn't do one. I've made up 10 reasons a day. Like I make up reasons not to do a lot of things. So yeah, so hopefully this is a start again. I hope people find it helpful. Maybe they're going through the same thing. Maybe they think, oh, it's not just me thinking those things. But yeah, just really confused lately. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what direction I'm going in. Hopefully a positive one, but it's so day to day at the moment, just getting through. I'll get through today, I'll get through Sunday, and then I'll tackle Monday morning when I get to it, and hope, fingers crossed, that it's not as mentally as hard work as it has been, because it wears you out, and I don't want to get ill for Christmas, because that's where it'll go. Yeah, so but I will share one little story, only from yesterday. So I actually did manage to get my ass out of bed and out of the house yesterday, and I thought, I'm going to go into town. I went to Fabricland for a little project that I'm doing. Went there and I was going to go, right, I'm going to go to this shop, I'll get a train home, and be back by 1 o'clock, but it would have been out of the house, So I went to town, got dropped off, went to Fabricland, brilliant, got everything I needed, sort of went off merrily on my way, went to the next shop, couldn't get what I wanted at the next shop, which was literally in there last week. Kicked myself for that. Then I had a wander off to go and see if I could see my brother at work, because I hadn't seen him for ages. So I sort of skipped merrily down the road to his shop, had a look around, couldn't see him, and yeah, so didn't see him. Not, it would have been lovely. Later found out he's not even working in that store anymore, so that's a good one. So I thought, okay, I can get the train now. Wandered over to the train station, no trains to the place that I live on that day. So I could have waited till Sunday morning, this morning, to get a train from Southampton to Swavelin, but didn't fancy that. So I thought, okay, I had planned on going just to have a nice drink, maybe between trains. So I thought, I'll go to the Encore next to the Mayflower, which I used to go to a lot a few years ago. I used to quite enjoy it there. Nice, felt like it was a nice place to go. Got some good memories there, and they've changed the name. It's now called the Mayflower Village, and the beer's really expensive. So I sat in there. I got to the bar by the time I really realised it was different, and I thought I can't really just turn around and walk out now because it's not the Encore. So I ordered a beer. It cost £6, so that was nice. I left there. I thought, I'll walk up to another pub that I love, which is the Alex in London Road, Bedford Place area. That's still there. Isn't owned by the same people anymore, so it's completely different. Had another angry pint in there, and then just had a wander back. Obviously no trains, there was no buses either actually. So I had a wander back from town to Portswood, where I was met by Davina Anderson, which is probably the best thing I could have done actually. But yeah, so I went on a 1-man 4-pint pub crawl, which took me up to about 3 o'clock, I don't know. Yeah, and I watched rugby in one of them, which I thought was live. It turned out it was 8 years old, and I wondered why the result was different when I got home. Yeah, so that wasn't good. I even told my brother-in-law that I was watching rugby, because I was sort of proud of myself, but I did wonder why there was nobody else in the pub. Yeah, so it was one of those days, but that sort of sums it up lately. So I'm going to say goodbye. This one's keeping me company at the moment, so that's a plus, isn't it? Yeah, so hopefully another video to come soon, and then take it from there. See you later.